Hi all, welcome to Redneck City Slicker Builds. I started this channel in regards to the all-terrain lawn tractor forum. I'm getting very pumped up about this build contest this year for 2017. And I thought I would start a channel just to have fun with, for you guys to follow along with the build process. It's going to be a wild and crazy radical build. With my research I've done online, I have not found another thing like it. It's going to be different from what everybody else has seen out there. The other thing is just to keep going with this channel after the build, is just to build some fun things and, you know, just radical different from everything else. So just welcome to the channel, and please hit subscribe and let's have some fun with this. Just to introduce myself, give you a little background information about myself. My name's Chris. I live in Ohio, have a wife and a daughter, and we're actually expecting a second daughter due in May. Just really started messing around with the tractors, modifying them, just having fun. I've always been one of those people that likes to tinker with stuff and just change it up and try and make it a little bit different than what everybody else has, so I can put my own stamp on it and say, you know, nobody else has anything like this, and hopefully you guys like my ideas, what I come up with, and you know, so let me give you a little tour around the shop here, what we have going on. Lately I've just been getting the shop cleaned up from messing with a couple other builds, just tinkering around. So just trying to get prepared for the all-terrain lawn tractor forum build contest. Just trying to get things cleaned up and put away. Yes, it's still a mess. I've still got some cleaning to do, but just trying to kill some time right now, you know, until the build contest starts. So let me take you for a little tour of my shop here and what I've got going on.
So my shop is basically just working here in my garage. As you can see, it's not a huge garage to work with, but yes, it is a good amount of space. Wish I had a little bit more, you know, the more I'm starting to tinker with this stuff. Of course, everybody's got to have the garage fridge. Got a little storage here. This is actually the body off of a Murray wide body. I actually just tore down today to get out of the way, and I'm just keeping the frame and the transaxle to make a trailer out of it. And of course, you got to have your storage for your yard equipment and trash. And then here's my latest build I've been messing with a lot. It's an MTD garden tractor. You know, of course, did a whole bunch of stuff, put lights on it, put a rear bumper hitch on it, a rack there for storage, seat, gas pedal, ATV tires front and back, completely new dash, whole bunch of switches to control the lights and all the other stuff I have going on, some gauges. I just put this throttle control on here. I like that because I put a snowplow on the front end. I'll show you here in a second. Just so I don't have to keep messing with the gas. I can just keep a consistent throttle. Put an aftermarket air intake on this thing just for fun. Here's the snowplow I put on there. It's from a Craftsman. Ended up not liking having to use a handle, so I made this plate here and then got this worn winch off of Amazon for 80 bucks, and it's got a remote. You can see that I attached to the side of the hood here, and then I can also just take this off because it's just Velcroed and have it in my lap while I'm snow plowing. Then of course we got the yard cutter here, just since it's cold out, we're not cutting any grass, just trying to get it out of the way. A little John Deere D130. As you guys can tell, I'm a duck hunter, love it, but these are probably going to end up, all my gear is probably going to end up going down into the basement to make more room for storage in here for the builds. Just some more parts that I took off of the Murray today. Here's another bumper, so when it's nice out, you know, we're not snow plowing, built this bumper to have on the front end of the MTD there. Of course, just got a dust collector for when I'm using my miter saw. Big scrap pile of parts I'm starting to accumulate from just taking stuff apart. Here's going to be the engine that I'm using for the all-terrain lawn tractor forum 2017 build contest. It's a Tecumseh Power Sport 6.5 horsepower. I'll shoot another video where it's just going to be a whole bunch of pictures of how it originally was when I got it. It had a cracked case on it, fixed that, and then cleaned everything up and painted it to make it look much nicer. And just here's like where I have all my tools and stuff and storage for a whole bunch of stuff. I just picked this up, rigid metal miter saw
for 150 bucks. Love it. Been cutting a lot of metal with it to weld up. That's what I use to make that the secondary front bumper that I just showed you. So toolbox here, some baseboards I've been using. I need to get these out of here before they get too destroyed. Just a pegboard I put up, and for all my tools for easy access. It needs to be cleaned up some, and of course need some more tools. Picked up this $100 90 amp flux wire MIG welder from Harbor Freight. Does a great job for what it is. I like it. Used to weld when I was younger. Haven't picked up a welder in 15 years, and was able to start laying beads right away with this. Now I'm ready to get a TIG welder. That's what I started out on. So that's to come here in the future. Then got this little table saw here for free that somebody was giving away. Just use that for any kind of wood cutting and whatnot. Then back around, little storage shelf here. Gotta of course have all your lubes and all that type of stuff for your builds. Gotta have a radio to jam out to. And then here, these are a couple parts that I'm gonna be using for the build contest. This is the front end out of a 2012 E-Z-GO TXT. When I first got it, it ended up just being just the axle itself here with the spindles. So I ended up having to find all the different parts like the rack and pinion, hubs, and of course the tires and rims. Then I found this inexpensive U-joint to connect onto there, then a steering shaft, and then ordered this live axle here, and that's going to be the rear, of course. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys like this channel, and you know, you grow with me and give me some ideas if you're thinking about doing anything that you can think of anything that's just out there that would be fun to make, and you know, maybe we can make it happen. And then of course, as you just saw, this is my old shop dog. His name's Diesel. He's an 8-year-old black lab. So just go on ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's have some fun this year with these radical builds that we're going to put together. And things are going to get crazy here after February 1st. Once the contest starts, we can start putting some stuff together, and you'll have an idea of what I'm doing. All right, thanks, and stay tuned and hit subscribe. Thank you.